Good afternoon and greetings. This is Life Circle Poets, Poetry Sundays, and we are waiting for our invited guests to come into the studio with us, but thank you so much for you being here. My name is Kimberly Gabalt, Kimberly McCrae to some, and I am going to be your host today. Hopefully we will have some of our poets in studio soon, but in the meantime, I can read you some poetry. We can chat. Feel free to comment. If you see the red live button in the corner, that means you've caught us live and in action. So feel free to say hello, to offer your name in the comments so that we can speak back. I can see your comments live as they're posting. So feel free to leave comments, feel free to leave your name, feel free to say hello, and let's just create a vibe here. So I know I've spoken to a couple of our featured artists. Our featured artists today are Omar, Melanin, Ryan, Mesmor Farai, and Charlie Bulbous. And I know that at least one of them was in here a minute ago. I think she may be having some technical difficulties. Melanin should be on his way, and we hope to see Charlie Bulbous show up very soon. So I'm going to read you a poem. I believe in speaking with and acknowledging the ancestors. And oh, there's Mesmor Farai now. Greetings, my sister.
Greetings, my sister.
Greetings, how are you?
I am giving thanks and good when you two are good.
Yes, good, definitely good. So this is our first feature performer. Our first artist is here in the studio with us. This is Mesmor Farai. Let me just read a poem really quick from one of the ancestors. She is now an ancestor. It's Lucille Clifton. And the poem is, "Won't you celebrate with me what I have shaped into a kind of life?"
Yes, my sister.
Born in Babylon, both non-white and woman, what did I see to be except myself? I made it up here on this bridge between starshine and clay, my one hand holding tight, my other hand. Come celebrate with me that every day something has tried to kill me and has failed. I love that poem, Ashe.
Ashe.
So we are waiting for Melanin and Charlie Bulbous to join us.
Okay.
But what I can do, since I have you here, and it is time, Jamaica is in the audience. Hi, Jamaica. I hope you're well today. I was playing your song, well, your song before the program started. Bless my tongue. I had that playing before the program started. So,
blessings.
Let me go ahead and read your bio, Mesmor Farai. So,
okay, my sister.
Do you want me to offer your formal name?
Oh my, I'm not hearing anything now. I
lost
you there.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. Do you want me to offer your formal name in offering your bio?
No problem, my sister.
Okay.
Formal name along with the poetry name.
Okay, wonderful. So this is Mesmor Farai. She is one of our poetry elders. We definitely give thanks for her being with us. Her formal name is Carol Parkinson. She is the mother and also a grandmother. Her occupation has been craft for decades. She has performed poetry on various platforms, and last year performed and became a member of the Voices for Climate Change Education Group and was given a certificate in music. This is a short bio, but it has a lot of information in it.
It's what you're saying, sis. It's extensive.
It's short, but it has a lot. It's packed with a lot of information. So I want to ask you a few questions.
Yes.
So you have.
I lost you there again.
Okay, so your bio says you have 7 children.
Oh, seem as if.
Can you hear now? A little technical difficulty.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So the bio says
sister.
You have 7 children.
Yes, my sister.
How many grandchildren?
I'm hearing you. Yes, my sister.
Yes. How many
I am the
grandchildren?
grandmother of 6. Grandmother of
Ooh,
5 grandsons and 1 granddaughter.
one granddaughter?
Thank you. Yes, and I almost and for my own children, I have 5 sons and 2 daughters.
Wow. Wow. Blessings.
Yes.
Blessings.
I
So,
lost one of my sons, but I was just doing that to let you know that my family is dominantly male.
yes, I see. It's okay though,
Yes.
because the feminine energy is strong.
Yes, my sister.
So, you've been doing craft for decades. I want you to talk a little bit about your craft.
Well, I began by making just hats. And that I said was like decades ago when I was raising my children. That was my way of making an income. I started
Mm.
making hats and then I branched off and started making bags along with the hats. Further down, I started making beads as well. So I started making earrings, bracelets, and necklaces. Then after that, I started making skirts, swimsuits, even small change purses, and
Wow.
I just do a variety of things.
That's beautiful. So you make beads.
Yes, my sister, I do. And this one I'm
Wow.
wearing, I don't know if you're able to see it, but I made it myself.
Really? That is beautiful.
I made it too.
That's beautiful. I love items like that. That is beautiful.
Yes,
All the colors. Yes.
thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I think we've frozen up for a moment. It's okay though. We will get back on track shortly. We're still waiting for other artists to come in the room. But in the meantime, thank you for any and all who have joined us. Thank you for being here with us. We are Life Circle Poets, and this is a work in progress. We are going to plan to do this every Sunday. The times that we have scheduled right now are 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Jamaica time, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or Eastern Daylight Time. And during that time, we're going to have artists coming on reading their original pieces of poetry, offering
My
their
sister,
artistic work.
excuse me.
Yes.
I had lost you for about 30 seconds. There was no network.
I know. I saw it spinning, so I just started talking. It's okay because you're back now.
Okay, okay.
So I would love if you have a poem that you'd like to read to us.
I'm not even.
So I think we've lost Link again. But so I just want to let the people who will show up that are from the United States and people who are accustomed to having steady broad streams for broadcasting streams for internet. I want to let you know the Life Circle Poets are primarily in Jamaica. Jamaica has two streams. They've got Digicel and they've got Flow, and oftentimes those are unstable. Yes, I'm just offering the audience a little information. People who are not in Jamaica and have not experienced how unstable Flow can be. In the United States, we take for granted the internet just flows through. In Jamaica,
Can't talk to your mama now. Me on the show. Me live on the show, mama.
in Jamaica, often the stream is not as steady. The stream is more intermittent, and we're not able to keep a steady stream for the duration of the program. But we will work with it, and we will make this happen because poetry is important. It is healing, and it is a growing art. It's becoming more and more publicized and more known in Jamaica.
You know.
So we are still
Live on the program, mama. Me can't talk.
we are still waiting for Melanin and for Charlie Bulbous to come online, but we do have Mesmore Farai. So is it seeming like it's a little more steady now? Can you hear me?
Are you hearing me, my sister?
I am hearing you. Yes, ma'am, I am. Yes.
I can hear you now too.
Okay, good. Okay, would you like to offer us a poem?
Pardon?
Would you like to offer us a poem?
Sure, my sister, I'm ready.
Wonderful.
Okay?
Yes.
Thank you. This one is called The Sound of the Children's Laughter. Oh, what a pleasant sound, filling the air all around, melodious and sweet, like a musical beat, sweet like honey, very funny, playing and laughing innocently, young, happy, and free, in tune with life's harmony. The sound of the children's laughter, sometimes loud and sometimes softer, therapeutic and refreshing, soothing and relaxing, carried by the breeze through the rustle of the trees, pleasure-filled faces and a mix of unique voices. Lingering someplace in my mind, you're always sure to find the sound of the children's laughter.
That was
Bless you,
so
sis.
light. Blessings. That was so light and beautiful. Thank you for that.
Pardon?
That was light and beautiful.
Thank you, my sister. It was a short one.
That's fine. Do you want to tell us what inspired you to write that?
Exactly as I said, my sister, the sound of the children's laughter.
That's something that I don't think we hear enough these days.
I'm not hearing.
Can you hear me now?
Gone, network gone again.
Okay, the network is gone again, but Mesmore Farai just read us a beautiful piece titled The Sound of the Children's Laughter. And I don't think we hear enough of the children.
Network is giving us a fight.
It is. It's okay though, because we're going to fight right back.
It is just like that.
Yes, we will fight right back. It's fine. The network is fighting and we
just
will
like that.
The sound of how long ago did you write
just
that
like
piece?
that.
How long ago did you write?
This piece of poetry I wrote just a few months ago, maybe about 7 months ago or thereabout.
Okay. What was happening when you wrote it? What was happening when it came to you? As soon as the network comes back, we will get an answer to that question. But I'd love to know what was happening when that poem came to her. I think we have Melanin in the room waiting to come on. Greetings, my brother.
Yeah, greetings. What's up? All is well?
All is well. How are you?
Okay. I'm good. I'm just coming on.
Wonderful. So Mesmore Farai is having a little bit of difficulty with her internet connection. She gave us a poem already, and we're waiting for the internet to come back. It looks like it looks like it's thinking right now, but hopefully she will be back with us in a moment. How are you today?
I'm good enough. I just want to beg you a minute because I'm just coming on. Just
no
beg
problem.
you a minute.
No problem. I'm going to take you off the screen. You prepare, and I'll pull you back up momentarily, okay?
Yeah, man.
My sister.
I'm
here.
You're back. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. So, Melanin has joined us. I'm going to pull him up on the screen in a minute. He's prepared. Melanin is prepared to join us and give us some poetry as well.
Blessings.
I would love to know what was happening 7 months ago at the time when that poem came to you.
You know, I was just sitting and watching some children playing happily, and the laughter was so, it resonated with me. The laughter from those children playing resonated with me.
Okay. Children's laughter is almost infectious. It'll make you laugh too, won't it?
Okay, sis?
I love,
It's contagious, as I said.
yes, I love to hear children laugh.
Thank you.
When it's a real laugh. That piece is beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yes, it is really nice to hear.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me,
Yeah.
what are some of the pieces that you have made in your craft that you've connected most with? Is it maybe a piece of jewelry? Is it a skirt? What are some of the items that you've connected most with in your craft?
Frankly, I have a piece that I wear on my hand. Oh, I just forgot to put it on. It's a ring brace. It's a bracelet that is attached to a ring. And if I go
Ah,
out without wearing it, I feel like I left a part of me at home.
oh, okay. So is it the one you sent me the picture of? Because she sent me a picture of a piece of jewelry. Now, those that know me, people that know me know I love jewelry. No apology, not hidden at all. I love jewelry. You see, I have my earrings on here, and I just love jewelry, and I especially love those ring bracelets. Is that the picture that you sent me yesterday, that piece of jewelry?
Yes, my sister, the ring that's attached, the bracelet that is attached to the ring.
Yes, that piece was beautiful. I'm gonna see if I can pull the picture up on screen so the people can see it, because that was, huh. It makes,
Thank you.
I love jewelry like that. Can I tell you?
Yeah. It is everywhere I wear it, it is admired.
Yeah, I imagine so. I imagine so. So how long ago did
Yes,
you
my
make that piece?
I made that piece maybe about 2020, 2016, maybe about 3 years ago.
Ah, okay. About three
Yes,
years ago. Okay, okay.
yes. And I was motivated into making it by someone who ordered a ring brace in Jamaica's colors.
Okay.
And when I and saw how beautiful it was, I decided I had to make one in the reggae colors.
I love it.
In,
I love it. The inspiration
yes,
comes from everywhere, right?
just like that, my sister. Just like that.
So I'm going to see if Melanin is ready. I see him gearing up in the background. See if he's ready to come on. Give me a nod if you're ready
Okay.
for us. Melanin, give me a nod if you're ready. He's ready. All right. I'm going to bring Melanin up on the screen. Hello, my brother. You have to unmute your mic. You're muted.
My mic, sis?
No, Melanin's mic is muted. So he's going to have to unmute his mic for us so that we can hear.
Okay,
There
are
you
you hearing me
go.
now?
Yes, we
Okay.
can hear you now. Blessings, blessings.
Yeah, man, wonderful. This week is a better week than last week. I'm actually using my cousin's computer
Okay.
because, yeah, I've been trying to get the camera activated on mine, but it's not getting activated. But I know I have to be here live in studio for this week.
Yes,
And I want to say
absolutely.
welcome to everyone who is now watching and tuned into Live
Welcome,
Circle
welcome.
Poets.
Thank you too.
And greetings, Sister Mesmore Farai. Yeah, man. And thank you very much, Kimberly, for being a wonderful host.
Blessed love.
Yes.
Absolutely. Poetry
Melanin,
is life. So, life circle poetry, it's all in the circle of life. We will all do our part so that this thing can keep going, right?
yep.
Yeah, yeah. So, okay, now I'm going to read the bio that Melanin gave us. But before I read the bio, I want all those who are watching and listening to know this is the mind behind Life Circle Poets and behind this event. So Melanin came to the group about, what was it, a month ago, a month and a half ago, maybe 6 weeks ago. Melanin came to the group. He sent a message to the group because we all chat on WhatsApp. I think I would like for us to have a poetry show where artists can come and they can read their poetry every Sunday. So we were excited. We said, yes, let's do it. And each week we're fine tuning it to make it a little better and spread it a little further and make it a little better. And this week we have Melanin on here to read this poetry. So, yes. Melanin, would you like me to read your bio now? Are you ready?
Yeah, man, I'm ready.
All right. So this is Melanin's bio. His name is Omar Melanin Ryan. Omar Ryan, known as Melanin, is a father, author, spoken word artiste, creative being, and leader of many colorful attributes. The creator of St. Thomas Heritage and Poetry Festival, initiator of Life Circle Poets, and a known advocate for his parish, St. Thomas, and a Pan-African Rastafari. He has been writing poetry for around 18 years and has a book out, Hafi Get the Money. He is a lover of life, service, community, and a justice advocate. Melanin, do you have a link for your book?
Yes. It's on Amazon, you know. It's on Amazon. I need to send the link.
Yes, send me the link so I can put it on the Life Circle Poets page.
Yes, will do.
Absolutely. Send the link. So you've been writing poetry for around 18 years?
Yes, around 18 years.
You look like you're only 20. You've been writing since you were 2?
No, I've been writing since I left high school.
Okay. And the St. Thomas Heritage and Poetry Festival, I was honored to be able to be a part of the first one in 2018, was it? Or 2019?
19, last year.
It was March of 2019. And yeah. I know that it was scheduled to happen again this year. COVID-19 made everybody change their plans and change direction. But give us a little information about what inspired that festival, my brother.
I'm unable to hear.
For more than, I would say, 12 years, since I was a student leader on campus at the University of the West Indies, I always think I wanted to do a poetry festival. Not a poetry festival, a heritage festival, because St. Thomas is a parish with a lot of strong African retentions. Kumina, that's where Rastafari started. So I always wanted to do this heritage festival to facilitate some kind of pride and feeling of, I would say, community spirit. So to bring about strong community spirit among my people. And after a while, I realized it would be best to marry the Heritage Festival with poetry, since I'm a poet and I love literary arts and creative and just creative initiatives. And I said, wow, St. Thomas Poetry and Heritage Festival. That sounds like the grand thing to do. You know, yes. Mix the heritage with poetry. And after my incarceration, when I would say, protested for St. Thomas Roads on November 2017, and I kind of gained some kind of, I would say, notoriety. I was more well-known after that, not just in the parish, but nationally. And I think that would have bring some kind of energy around the Heritage Festival. So I said at that time would have been the good time. So 2019 was when it started. So that was the thinking behind it, to really bring across an event that is celebrating our strong African culture and heritage. Because there's a lot of heritage we have that is not known by present generation. I want to ensure that we have events that ensure that the awareness is brought across to especially the young people.
Yes. Yes, beautiful. Now, I have to tell you, I definitely remember that was where I first saw your name, was when you were arrested at the end of 2017. I remember the protests about the roads. Yes. And I was in the west end of the island. And I remember seeing all of the news and the information about the anger and how there were people in St. Thomas that were trying to make the government aware of the condition of the roads. The roads weren't passable. There were, so I remember all of that. And you reached out about the poetry festival. I was like, oh, so he's a poet. Isn't it the artists that are all activists too?
Yes, same person. I tend to think that I wear a lot of caps because we're not limited beings born to do one thing. I think I'm born to do a lot of things. And, you know, I'm just exploring my talents and my skills, so to speak. And there's
Wonderful.
more to come.
Yes, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Definitely continue to explore your talents and explore the talents and skills that you know about, and be open to the ones that you don't know about yet, but you'll find out about them, because
Yeah, man.
opportunities for you to do some things you never imagined. So blessings. Thank you so much for being such a visionary, and would love for you to offer us a poem.
Yes, I'm gonna start with this one called Inspire Them. It's one written for children because I really love working with kids and stuff. So here goes. Inspire them. Inspire the young ones. Instill confidence in the next generation. Love the little children. Show kindness to them. Goodness is no problem. Let them laugh. Let them talk. Run like overflowing banks of the river. Cry happy tears. Live without fears. There is much to learn from the childhood years. Inspire the young ones. Mentor my little sister. Guide my little brother. Life has no orphans. We all belong to each other. Your mother is my mama, my papa, your papa. Cherish the little ones. Feed them healthy, feed them right. Fruits, nuts, and vegetables give them restless days and restful nights. Teach them to control anger, stay out of fights. From deep within shines brightest light. Ignite their minds, inspire lives. They are meant to be better than you and me. Show them the way and just let them be. Inspire them. Yes, that one is taken from my book, the first chapter of African.
Oh,
Yes,
so that's in your book.
yes.
Okay, give me the name of your book. I'm going to post it in the comments.
I forget the money. Yes.
Have it in your I have it in your bio. I didn't have the bio right in front of me. Let me see. So about how long is your book? How many poems are in your book?
At least 34 poems.
Nice.
Yes.
Over what period of time did you write all the poetry that you decided to put in the book?
Most of the poems were written, but were really written in early 2017. But there are a few of the poems that were written, for example, from when I just started out doing poetry. Like one of the poems I'll be sharing with you today, My People. I wrote that one from basically when I finished sixth form at Mount Bay High, and others as well. But most of the poems, because I decided that I've been writing poetry too long now to not have an album or a book, and because it's more easier for me to write because it's self-published, self-edited, everything. So I just decided it's easier for me to produce a book, and I did some research and just that's it.
Perfect. Okay. That is good information. So we know that we can count on you to possibly at some point do a workshop on self-publishing.
Yes, definitely. You can do that.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Because I have a next book that I just finished not really just finished. I finished writing it for a couple months now.
Okay.
It's one for personal development, 10 ways to be consistently happy. And I want that one out before the end of the year. And
nice.
So it's self-published as well.
Okay. And are you planning on self-publishing that one on the same platform, or do
you? Same platform.
Okay, wonderful. I think we've temporarily lost Mesmore Farai. Hopefully we'll be able to return, but I just wanted to let you know she started out with a poem for the children too.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really beautiful. It was a poem about children's laughter.
Okay.
So I think that it is, I think everything happens for a reason. So I think that there is a reason why both you and she, without hearing either of you, because you didn't hear her, and you all
that's true.
before this.
Yes, that's true.
Well, both of you started out with a poem for the children.
Mhm.
I really appreciate that, especially with this being a Life Circle Poets event, because
Yeah,
the
yeah.
circle of life definitely has to include being intentional about speaking to the children and including the children.
Yeah, we have to do it because for me, the biggest problem facing the African people today in the diaspora is really a family problem. It's down to our family.
Mhm.
Not raising our kids right, not having enough stable relationships, too much dysfunctional families, fathers not living up to the role and the duty of fathers, mothers not living up to the true role of what, and it's like we're not understanding what our roles and what our values and our morals are as families. And because of that, we have so much divorce, so much this happening, so much dishonesty, kids
Mhm.
not having the proper values. And so it really starts with our children, teaching them the proper values, giving them love, the affection and the guidance they need so they can make better future that we so desire.
Yeah, yeah. And I think ironically, it starts with our children and it also ends with our children to some extent, because whatever we feed to our children, when we are of age and elderly, our children are the ones that are then doing the ones that were children. One of them is going to be the president one day. One of them is going to be the prime minister one day. One of them is
Yep.
going to be in Senate and in Congress and fulfilling these different positions in society. And if they are not taught the proper values, wrong values will carry with them to those positions and will cause further destruction in this world. So it starts and ends with our children. We can ignore them if we want to, but I guarantee you at some point you won't be able to.
Yep.
Absolutely. Mesmore Farai, can you hear us again? Her internet is giving her such struggles.
Yeah, I realize.
Yeah, it's okay. We're going to stay right there with her. Whenever she pops up, I will put her back on the screen. It's fine. So what are some of your ideas around Life Circle Poets? How long has Life Circle Poets been around? What was your original idea in developing Life Circle Poets?
Well, the original idea started from a performance by uh, this 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 place by Skyline Drive. I forgot the name exactly, but it's by Skyline Drive up by Jackshill. And
Okay.
myself, Rasta Kura, Wise Words, and others were there. And we and to me, the state of poetry, the arts, it's not acceptable among the populace. As in, we're not getting the necessary media attention, nor sometimes poets perform for free, traveling far miles. And I think now is the time that poets need to start getting paid properly. Their craft need to be respected, and there need to be a space in reggae, dancehall, and the creative arts for poets, because we are a part of this as well. But it's up to us as poets to organize ourselves and put ourselves under umbrellas like the Life Circle Poets, get our craft together, put our craft out there, our books, our albums, our EPs, and assert ourselves in the creative space to let them know, hey, we're here and we need to be heard. We need some of this kit, because the creative industries is worth billions of dollars. And if we can get our poetry, our books, and our creative works in the whole industry and get it legally protected where copyright and trademarks and our royalties are concerned, I know that we as poets can earn significant from it. Because we have seen where people like Benjamin Zephaniah, Muta Baruka, Linton Kwesi Johnson, a lot of other persons. I think those persons have reached a stage where they're earning, but there are a lot of young poets, and some of us are not necessarily young individuals, but we are young poets that need to earn from it. And that's the idea behind Life Circle Poets, to help to enhance the craft and help to develop poets and get more poets more aware about not just the art, but the business of what's happening out there.
That's good. That's very good, because poetry is definitely becoming more widely known, and also I would dare say more widely accepted. And there have not been as many stable bridges built internationally. So there are poets that do get to travel internationally. I found a lot of times poetry happens in pockets. So it'll happen in the eastern end of the island of Jamaica, but not so much on the western end. It'll happen in big cities like New York, in big cities like Atlanta, in big cities like Miami, but not necessarily include the smaller surrounding towns, and include those voices in the poetry. And Nina Simone made a quote. She said that she believes that it is the artist's responsibility to reflect the times. So how is it possible for the artist to reflect the times if all of the voices that are experiencing all of these different ways of life at the same time don't have a space in which they can be heard? So I love the idea of Life Circle Poets and creating this space for the spoken word. How long have you actually been sharing your poetry? Because a lot of us have been writing for a long time, but we've not been sharing it with the rest of the world for as long as we've been writing it.
I've been performing for a while. I would say since about 15 years, sharing it, but because of the ICT technology and internet, things are now, because a lot of those shows that I performed in the past, like when you had this thing by Weekends, that was about 15, 16, 17 years ago, by Constant Spring Road, that which was a very big spot with assisting Connie Francis and my virgin Clement Hamilton. It was very big, and a lot of poets, were there. That was where I met Stepper and a lot of other poets. And I think if we had the internet and YouTube, then probably I wouldn't even go to the universe, because that time I was a big performing poet in Kingston at the time. And everywhere I went, people was like, "Oh, like I love your vibes." But I went to the university and studied African diaspora studies, my first degree program, and got involved in student politics, student leadership, and a lot of stuff, outreach activities and stuff. And poetry at that time, I only did it on campus for the most part, because I organized a lot of poetry events on campus and stuff. And I have some plans for the campus coming up as well, because yes, which I would share with Live Circle Poets. Not ready to share.
Yeah, I was gonna say, shh, don't tell everybody.
Because we're not finished with the campus.
Right. We never can be. Never can be.
Because my professional calling in terms of a practice is really law, and I'm not yet completed my studies to practice law, so I'm not yet finished with campus.
Okay, so you're going to be returning to school to finish your law studies?
Yes.
Beautiful. We will definitely. What kind of law will you be practicing when you're finished?
I want to do general studies, a general practice.
Okay.
But I really want to have a strong focus on civil law. And I don't want to say human rights, because there are some aspects of human rights that I am not particularly fond of, or I wouldn't touch at all. But I'm really about laws, changing policies and legislation that reflect the true spirit of liberation and freedom for African people within this time.
Okay. Yes. Okay. This sounds promising.
Yes, I really have my plans in terms of what I really want to do with law. It's beyond just practice, but influencing policies and decisions and legislation that impact the majority of people.
Okay. Wonderful. Sister Marcia gave us she said that the place was Skyline Levels, Jack's Hill.
Yes. Skyline.
We've got Charlie Bobus in the room. I'm going to bring him up on screen.
Yes. I want to do an next poem soon. Yeah.
Greetings, Charlie Bobas. Can you hear me?
International.
Charlie Bubbles.
Greetings.
How are
Yes.
you?
We hearing you, Charlie.
You hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, yeah.
Everybody has chosen to be outside in nature. How wonderful, except me. I'm sitting inside because it's raining outside here. And we've got Mesmore Farai again. Hopefully she is back. Let's see. Her internet stream is giving her some problems, Charlie. But we have had poems by Mesmore Farai and by Melanin so far. How are you doing today? I think he froze. Let's see.
Yes.
Yes, I think he froze. It's okay. We're going to stay here. Thank you, Everton Thomas, for being here with us. Thank you, Sister Marcia Elliott, for being here with us.
Yes. Yes.
We
Definitely.
appreciate everybody that has decided to join us today.
Yeah.
Charlie, can you hear me? I can see the leaves moving, so I know your stream is live again. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you. Blessed
Okay, wonderful. How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful.
Good. Jamaica was on here a little bit earlier. We'll see if she comes back. And so I was just chatting with Melanin about his work in poetry, about the life work that he's been doing, and about some of the things he's planning on doing with his poetry. Now, Charlie Bobas, I received your bio, and I read your bio, and it is amazing, okay?
The rain is coming down here.
Yeah.
You're very low. Your voice is very
low.
The rain is coming down. Hold on.
Oh, it's raining there too.
Okay. Where are you located, Charlie?
Yeah, I'm located up by Grand Spen right now.
Okay. You're having some rain. Okay. Well, move if you have to, you know.
And I just want the crowd, whoever is on here watching, I want you to realize this is international. I'm in the United States. Both Charlie and Melanin are in Jamaica. And we are conversing, and the internet is amazing. It's a little annoying sometimes because sometimes it won't do what we want it to do.
But
it's incredible. Yeah, this is pretty incredible that we can talk across the oceans. This is amazing. I love it.
Yes.
So Sister Marcia wants to know how she can get in to talk to us all. Well, for right now, there is not a Zoom. We're not on Zoom. But if you want to send me a couple of questions, I can definitely put the questions up on the screen and we can answer your questions. So feel free to send a couple of questions, a couple of comments in the comments, and I will put them on the screen with that throughout the program, and we can go ahead and get your comments answered. Okay, we've got people jumping on here. We've got El Milan. You see the people that are showing up?
Yeah, man. So my brother Stepper, I know Everton, great bees.
Yes.
We have Coral, Jamaica. Jamaica Green, that's our sister. Coral.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is a big part of life support as well. Yeah, Charlie Bubba, step up now.
Yeah, man, it's a great vibes to be able to connect from so much different places in the world, you know what I mean?
Yes.
It is. So I have been waiting for you, Charlie Bobas. I read your bio, and I don't even know where to begin. Your bio is incredible. So if you don't mind, well, let me see. I'm going to read some of your bio now, and then I'd like for you to read a poem, and then I'm going to bring Carol in the room with me. And maybe I'll put her up on the screen too, and we're just gonna get a whole vibe going on. So give me a moment. I'm pulling up your bio now. This bio is amazing, you all. Okay, I'm gonna read pieces of it. I'm not gonna read the entire thing, but I'm gonna read pieces of it. Charlie Bobas takes performance poetry to a new level He has been described as being the hardest working dub poet. He sheds positive light on the roots reggae music scene, bringing a new genre of reggae poetry called motivational dub poetry to the world. Born in the rough ghetto of Grants Pen in Kingston, Jamaica, this dub poet left 8 years of office experience and years of doing reggae in the dance hall behind, and now is on a mission to empower minds and uplift youth. So he's been on BETJ's Word Sound Power. He's a recipient of the first ever Langston Hughes Poetry African Achievement Awards in Toronto, a graduate of Calabash Writers Workshop. This is just an incredible bio. And I have 6 degrees of separation is so real because I know several people who are also connected in these networks. So this is exciting to me. So it says that he's got extensive experience on the stage, live poetry and reggae circuit in Jamaica, the Caribbean, North America, in Canada. He's done some of the major festivals and performed in a number of clubs, bars, and event venues, featured on the front page of Reggae Exclusive Magazine and City TV's Caribbean Connection, most radio stations, community and commercial across the GTA, Trinidad, and Jamaica. Okay. Whew, that's a lot. That is a lot. And I thank you so much. How in the world did you make time for us with that kind of schedule and that kind of stuff going on in your life? Thank you for being here with us.
It's a blessing. It's always a blessing, you know, to join up with the poetry community and do the works, you know.
Yes, yes, yes. El Milan said Charlie's life is like a movie.
Come on.
I'm going to put her comment up here. Like a movie, Charlie's life. You see that? Yes, very much so. It's almost unbelievable, right? But he's chosen to be with us here today. I'm going to give you the stage. Please offer us one of your pieces, my brother.
I think it says power enough. If I get cut off for a second.
Okay. Okay. So it's kind of going in and out. He's got some rain happening where he is.
Yeah.
So as soon as the internet decides to behave, let's see. I'm going to read a couple of these comments that we have. So
let's see, I think which poem next? Yes.
Charlie Bulbous. There's a comment from Amaziyah, the greatest, for Charlie Bulbous. So as soon as his stream comes back up, then I'm going to put that comment up on the screen. Mesmore Farai is still trying to come back in. Her picture keeps popping on and off. We're going to keep sending good energy and hoping that she's able to come back and join us again. This is a very fantastic group today. We've temporarily lost Charlie Bulbous. I'm sure he will be back though.
Yeah.
Amaziyah said, Omar Ryan, this is global. I'm putting his comment up on the screen. He said, Omar Ryan, this is global role. Kimberly Gabalt, the world is watching. The world is watching, and we welcome the world to watch as we grow and as we continue to create excellence right here.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you are watching and you are a poet and you to be able to have the opportunity to possibly read your poetry on this event, please go to our Facebook page, click on send message and send us a message so that we can reach out to you and talk to you. We're going to be here doing this every Sunday. So, I mean, we've got plenty of room and we've got but time.
Yeah, man, definitely. And a person sent a message to one of my Facebook pages.
Okay.
And said I wanted to be on it. And as you heard, Sister Kimberly, anyone just link up. You can message me on my personal page as well. But the preferred page for you to message is the Live Circle Poets. And if you have not liked that page as yet, please do so right now because we're growing. And I just want to thank everyone out there. Last week, this time, we had under, I think, 20 likes. Now we have more than 200 likes on Facebook. And I want to thank everyone out there who has been supporting us over the past week. And we'll just grow and develop and get better and better.
We're somewhere around 250. You know that, right?
Oh, yes.
Yes. As of earlier this afternoon, we were at like 241.
Wow, that's serious.
So I just put the link for the Life Circle Poets page in the comments. Anyone who has not yet gone to that page to view it, to like it, to share it, please go to that page and you can definitely like it. We post videos of our own performers. We post poetry. We post products that our performers have to sell, and we just post wisdom and we share. And we love on our community. We're all family, right? We're sharing this world together, and we just want you to be a part of what we've got going on here. Melanin, give us another poem while I try and see if we can get Mesmore Farai back in the room, and maybe Charlie Bulbus will be able to pop back in. Give us another poem.
Okay. All right. This one is just called Words. Those signs, letters, symbols used by every nation, democratic, autocratic, liberal, capitalist, socialist, or none of the above. Some bring laughter, others joke like neither. A few offend, many make amends. Meanings are sometimes cultural and local. Only love is universal. Like in J.A., you can't call rude boy men. Taylor also say mans. In the street, every man a general till proven otherwise. Words, words, words. Like real girls with natural hair and curves, with ambition and intelligent words that bring joy to real boys' world. Every man know such girls make boy lust for words. Those words that you just can't get out of your mind. Out of your mind. Brown girl. Oh, you're so black boy. Maga girl. Big head boy. Me not like you. Empress, I love you. Those verbs, adjectives, antonyms, synonyms, and nouns and three-syllable words like globally and locally, unknowingly, notably, that you had to spell for your class openly. Those that stand out but you never understood the rules and you just never used them because you never wanted to sound like a fool. Words, those signs, letters, symbols, used by everyone, expressing goodness, happiness, gladness, badness. Words in song are like vehicles, giving people inspiration to perform miracles, taking themselves to another level, making the blind seeable. Cards of motivation give a child passion. Words for poems, it's the crown in the jewel. Words, words. Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Words are so important. I think a lot of times we take for granted the power of words. So we don't take it seriously enough how important it is to be intentional about the words that we put out there in the universe. The words are out there. You can snatch as much as you want, but you can't take them back, right? So thank you for that piece. Giving, there was one part where you were giving different phrases and different things that we say to each other and just took me back. Of course, being in the United States, words. It took me back to times when I was younger being called a nigger and times when I was younger. And, you know, it took me back to all of that and how people don't genuinely think about those words can affect someone for the rest of their life.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I said it like that, because there are some words that you just never forget. When somebody say, hey, you're black like, hey, black boy,
Yes.
yeah, hey, biggie, them kind of stuff that you never forget these things when I grow up, because these things affect your self-esteem.
Right. And people don't think about, they say, oh, it was just a joke. But sometimes jokes, they become internalized and it becomes serious, you know? So what feel like a joke to you may not feel like a joke to the other person. I appreciate you sharing that piece. And I think especially as artists and poets in particular, we have to be careful and very intentional about the words that we share when we're given this platform.
Yep. And as parents, we have to be careful about the words we use to our children.
God. Yes.
As leaders, we have to be careful about the words, the rhetoric that we use to the public, you know, because words, they say in the beginning was the word. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And a word can make a person have a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Someone come to you and say, wow, your mother dead. Like, them thing that just make it us, your day just done.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So words, very important. Well, and we have to think about it and the impact words have.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
man.
Jamaica, I see you down there in the studio. Would you like to come on screen, my sister? Give me a thumbs up if you'd like me to pull you on screen. Give me the thumbs up, y'all. Give a round of applause. Yay.
Yeah, we'll start. We have some hard going next.
Greetings, everyone. Blessed love.
Greetings, Sister Jamaica. So I'm gonna let you and Melanin chat for a minute. I'm gonna go and pull up a video by Charlie Bulbous because we may not have him in the room right now, but we can show a video of his. So I'm gonna
That's right.
show a video of his. You two go ahead and talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
Okay, greetings, everyone. Greetings, Melanin.
Yeah,
thank you for being such a visionary.
Yeah, it's who we are, you know. We cannot be who we are not. We have to just be who we are.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So I've been smiling all afternoon long, you know, just listening and just being a part of this beautiful, necessary movement that's happening right now across the globe. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. It's wonderful, you know.
So I didn't hear your poem about the words. I missed some of it. So can you give me a little piece of it, or is that too much? Or you can give another piece?
Yeah, man, I can't go in. Well, as I'm saying, I alone can hold down the fort for 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, man.
Just that with you know.
Afidua.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, man, me alone can hold down the fort.
I forget the money.
Yeah, man, I forget the money. But we're going to do this other one. It's called Africa Rejoice. That's the name of it in the book. But when we really think about it, man, I say, you look like mother really want to change the name of that poem, man, to Africa Revolutionize, you know, because we're at a time where, based on what's happening globally with African people, there are certain things we must realize, you know? There are certain things we must realize. And I think it is captured in this poem that I have here, called Africa Revolutionize. And here goes. Africa, rejoice. Your children have survived. Unto you we dance passionate moves and sing in harmonious noise. Down where we, wine pressed, sugar rum drunk, whipped, punched, our blood ran like the Niagara. Now the blood seeds have grown. We shall be nobody's punk. On these tropical islands where we were sown, we dare not forget our home. To the children, the truth must be told. From the very first moment of criminal departure, we rebelled. Now, Rastafari ascends. Our glorious African history must be known. These 500 years of misery was never a plan or any making of our own. Now is the time. The best of our indigenous culture must be shown. From Johannesburg to Mogadishu, Kinshasa, Accra, LA, California, Port of Spain, Kingston, Jamaica, we are getting by. More babies are born more than those who die. Our courage is more than our mother's tears. Our baptism in fire have exorcised all fears. Africa, revolutionize. This world not only depends on your minerals and treasures, but our black minds. That's why crimes are instigated within and without. No more than ever, we must be aware of the foods we put in our mouths. Chronic diseases are rife in our communities. Obesity, diabetes, hypertension, and depression are tools of oppression. Africa, Jamaica, Black America, Sao Paulo, be wise. We must rise. Our morals and values must never be compromised. Truths will always be truths and lies be lies. Protect our own at all costs. Through our liberty, some of us will even die. We must learn. Open our eyes and realize our sweet things are always trapped in flies. Our sweet things are always trapped in flies. Yeah, man. Africa, revolutionize.
Yes, 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 yes.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for sharing that one too.
Yeah, man. We do get
So
thanks.
what inspired that piece?
To me, I see myself as an international advocate for African people and walk on with I and I still, you know. As a man treading in the same light of Malcolm X and Marcus Garvey and the Negus Negas Emperor Haile Selassie. And so the message for me is that it's just something that came, you know, to me, you know, because I see myself as a vessel, just like the eye and all others. We are vessels of a very divine message to our people, you know. So the inspiration is just from seeing all what's happening and understanding that there's a better place for us as African people. It can be better. Our families can be better. Our communities can be better. Our politics can be better. You know, we can have what we need. We just have to recognize the quality, the strength, and be confident in who we are as an African people. And I think that's the message I'm trying to send in this poem.
Okay. Okay, wonderful. How long ago did you write that poem? How old is that piece?
2017. I wrote this one 2017.
Okay. Okay. Have you ever gone back in your poems, like, because you said you've been writing for about 18 years. And Jamaica, when he said he's been writing for about 18 years, I said he looks like he's 20. Writing when he was 2.
I heard you, and I agree.
So have you ever
That's
gone
the
back
melanin. That's
in
the
your
melanin.
right. Have you ever gone back in your archives and looked at a poem that you wrote years and years and years ago and seen that is still relevant today?
Yes, I think so, because that's how I write, you know. I write so that my poetry can have relevance 100 years from now.
Yes, yes. I think that ties into what we were talking about a few minutes ago about the importance of this platform and taking it seriously when we get the opportunity to speak to the world. I had an experience in 2011. I was part of an international poetry festival in El Salvador. So poets from Russia and Nicaragua, and 4 of us were from the United States, and there were poets from all over the world. And a poet from Nicaragua came to me and she said, "It must be an honor to be a poet from the United States." And I said to her, "Well, in the United States, we have freedom of speech. So people say what they feel on a regular basis. And being a poet is one of those things that just a lot of people just kind of declare themselves a poet." And her eyes kind of filled with tears because she said, of course, in countries like Nicaragua, poets take it very serious when they're given the platform because they recognize that their voice is a voice that people look to for leadership and look to kind of spearhead movements. And in some countries, when war breaks out, the artists and the poets are the first ones jailed and silenced because the government realizes how powerful poets' voices are. So I definitely love hearing the seriousness with which you take this platform and your craft. I don't think all of us do. I don't think all of us do.
Well, I think that's, I personally know that's how life is. Some people, like, for example, in reggae music, there are some people who are really serious messengers with reggae music who use the tool of reggae to spread a very positive message. But at the same time, I think there are those who try to replicate the negative what's happening in society, and it's becoming a part of the mentality of a lot of people because they listen to music like 7-8 hours a day, and it really impacts who they are as a person. And so I'm saying, if I have that platform as an artist that I do have as a poet, I must use it to spread a positive message because there's so much happening in our society that are negative. That whatever platform I get, my message is to advocate for justice for any particular group that I think that I should advocate for, like poets. That's how Life Circle Poets started. Or children, or anyone, and I will use the platform to advocate for our people, not to talk any foolishness. And I think poets, for the most part, use it for a positive. Although you have some people who love going in a bedroom and them thing. I mean, I go in a bedroom with my art and craft still, you know. Now, my thing, I for just most the advocacy and a positive message me I deal with. Liberation poem, freedom poem. You know, I know my mother call it free speech, right? My nature, free speech. A free speech poem, a free poem, a liberation poem. It's poem to inspire you and make you look in yourself and say, well, I have to get up and shred, you know, because I'm a black man, I'm a black woman, I have a responsibility in my community, I have to step up, I have a responsibility to myself, I have to step up. You know, so even if I'm giving you a poem about my personal experience, it's a poem that you should be able to relate to as well. And look into your life and say, hey, I'm going to do this.
Right.
Because I have those poems as well.
And because we see how influential music, you were talking a little bit about the influence that music has. And I saw Amaziyah posted something about the influence of messaging in music and poetry. And because we see the influence that it has, I think that we do have to take it seriously. I know a lot of people don't necessarily think about having an influence when they get on the platform or when they get on the microphone and they share certain words or share certain ideas or certain ideologies. But I think it's important to remember that, like saying in your poem about words, there is power and influence in words. We're always teaching somebody something, whether it's explicitly or if it's implicitly, whether it's on purpose or it's subconsciously, we're always teaching somebody something. And the thing is, we always affect each other, even if we don't see it. So at some point, that thing that you just taught somebody is going to come back to affect your life in some way. So I think we all have to be very mindful of that and be responsible with what message do you want people. When was the last time that people saw your face and heard your voice? What would you want them to remember about you? I'd love for both of you to answer that question. Sister Jamaica and Melanin, I would love for both of you to answer that question. And then I'm going to cut to show a video of Charlie Bulbous performing.
Yes. Sister Jamaica can go first.
Okay.
Okay, ask the question again, please.
So the question is, if this was the last time that your voice and your face was shown to, what would you want people to remember you by? What would you want them to remember having heard you say, or how would you want them to remember you?
Okay, I would want them to remember me as an ambassador of love, you know, straight up, from the heart, that I mean what I say and I say what I mean. And I'm an advocate for the children, you know, that the words that come out of my mouth usually, you know, are words that, you know, edify the children. You know,
beautiful.
Contribution, you know?
That was almost a poem, you know?
That
was beautiful. And your energy is always so soft. Your energy is always so soft. So
I want to voice as well, yeah.
Yes. So, I mean, I definitely see every time I've interacted with you, your energy has definitely kept me in mind of you being exactly what you just mentioned in your statements. To you. And
you.
I salute you.
I'm a work in progress. Thank you.
We all are.
And I accept that, you know, like, you know.
Yeah, some days I'm a train wreck.
Sharing.
Some days I'm a train wreck. Other days I'm a work of art. You know, it just depends on where you catch me.
But it's all art, just depending on how you look at it. You know, I've seen pictures of train wrecks that were artistic, you know?
Yes. So, see, thank you. You know what? Thank you for that. I'm gonna be a work of art all day, every day, even at my worst. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Melanin, would you like to answer the question? I would love to hear your response.
Okay. Can I answer it with a poem?
Absolutely. And I'm going to bring Charlie Bulbus up on the screen. He's joined us back in studio. I'm going to bring him back.
Oh, good.
1 second before you start your poem. I want to ask you again, Charlie Bulbus. So, Charlie Bulbus, we've been talking, filling in the space, waiting for you to return. And I asked the question, if this was the last time the world was to see your face and hear your voice, how would you want them to remember you? So be thinking about that a little bit. Melanin is getting ready to answer the question, and then we want to hear everything that you have to say.
Yeah, me? Okay. All right. My time?
Yes.
Okay, for me, all right. I have a poem in my, it's called The Ultimate Man. And here goes. He lives true to himself, honest and balanced in all he undertakes. Never too strong, never too weak. Not always right, not afraid to be wrong. Speaks the truth to anyone, actions are timed planned. Firm are the steps he takes. The night sleeps when he is awake. When he sleeps, the universe protects. He speaks the truth and guides the youth. Slow to hunger, always focused, he never wanders. In tune with his chakras, he is his own doctor. He teaches his teacher. He is master, life's child, child of life, forever young. He is the ultimate man.
Nice.
Beautiful. Where is he? I know enough ultimate women are looking for the ultimate man, you know. Beautiful.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
So if today shall be my last day, I want people to say, wow, he was the ultimate man, you know? He lived true from his heart, his soul, passionate, he loved, you know, he cried, he laughed. Yes, I was true to who I was, you know, and the person that I was meant to be.
Yeah. Beautiful. So this is a whole other talk show that I'm getting ready to throw out there. I would love to talk about that poem in the context of what society now talks about as toxic masculinity, because being that ultimate man that you just talked about is something that I don't know everybody would understand how to be, because of the way that the world has decided to socialize men and women and everybody to each other. So that's a whole other talk show, though. We won't even go down that rabbit hole this minute. That's a good poem, though. Very good. Thank you for sharing that.
That's it.
Brother Charlie Bulbus, we've been waiting for you.
Yes, my apologies, you know, sorry for the connection.
No worries, because I was getting ready to show your video on screen and we were going to talk regardless, because you are here in spirit and in energy. So I'm glad that you're here to be able to share as well. So I'm going to be quiet and let you talk. Give us all of your goodness, sir. We've been sitting waiting for it.
Well, it's an honor to be here, you know, to represent the Life Circle Poets. And big up to Melanin and Jamaica and all the poetry community, you know, all the poets out there that's doing the wonderful work and spreading the great work of poetry, you know. Big up to all the ones who came before us too, you know, all the ancestors. We have to give thanks for the ancestor and all the energy that came before us to bless this place, you know. And you asked the question about what I would like to be remembered as. And I would say inspirator, you know, because I'm an inspirator. I'm an instrument player. Bob Marley said music is serious. It's like a prayer. You have to be careful what you say to her. The women need something to make them wiser. The youths need something to make them stronger. Be an originator. Cause I'm an inspirator. Bob Marley say, excuse me, make my life all the people that smoke weed. If I smoke, me smoking. I weed, me smoking. Me love what me smoke, and me never stop smoking. Coke, you smoking. Choke, you choking. The wrong thing you smoke, and you feel like you're floating. Smoke, you smoking. Kush, you smoking. Real high grade weed, you know, and a joke thing. Look for me eye. Down them red. Me just done bun a big fat head. My friend had said, Charlie, me just get the grade from Bubba Dread. Him say put it na the chalice, Rizzler instead. Beanie man buy fi him bag of weed for 100. The doctor write prescription and give to round head. Bob Marley say excuse before him dead. Light up him spliff, raise up him head. Can't stop it say Bubba Dread. Sizzler we come fi run the place red. Drive out the car by eye red. To man can give him pure big head. So if I smoke, me smoking. I weed, me smoking. Me love what me smoke and me never stop smoking. Coke, you smoking. I choke, you choking. The wrong thing you smoke and you feel like you're floating. Up in the hill, no spliff for bill. You don't know, say that to burn the chalice still. Legalize, nobody criticize. We spliffing our hand, it no under this guy. Cigarette where you a smoke, twice the size, and it twice as nice. You better realize, them have to legalize. Weed make we wise, open up our eyes. So I weed me smoking. If I smoke, me smoking. Me love when me smoke and me never stop smoking. I weed me smoking. The grade a key. When me say key, and the door me want say open front of me. The kush, me want Jamaica pass quickly. Natural me D, who burn down dready. Him want we fi go use the coke and blame me. What a problem, eh? If I smoke, me smoking. I weed, me smoking. Me love when me smoke and me never stop smoking. Life Circle Poet, Charlie Bubbles representing.
I have no words.
Yeah.
I had to mute my
Applause to Big I love it.
That was phenomenal. I had to mute my microphone while you were performing so that the noises I was making wouldn't come out in your performance. That was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, you know.
And thank you for the internet, for letting us actually hear the whole performance. Yes. So tell us a little bit about your journey through poetry, because it says that you did corporate America for 8 years.
No, it's corporate Jamaica actually.
Okay, corporate Jamaica for 8 years. So tell me a little bit about that journey, because that is a huge shift from doing office corporate work to becoming a full-time artist. Talk a little bit about that. I know we have some young people that want to see themselves being able to do the same thing. Talk a little about that.
Well, it was like when I left school and I didn't have a mother or father. And a little bit after that, my grandaunt introduced me to a friend of hers who worked at a place that they actually named MSC McKay, and it's a motor vehicle valuation assessment firm. So I started out being the receptionist once, but I was in control of the filing room. So I started out doing filing, I was doing filing, and I was also doing a little bit of accounting. I was in the accounts. So I was doing that for 8 years, I was in the office working.
Mm-hmm. And what inspired you?
It all came about that while I was working, I was always writing, and I was always going on the computer and gathering information about how to really go forward with your own business, and I've always went to school for entrepreneurship. So it's all about trying to incorporate that. And I went on the mission of empowering minds and uplifting youth. So I went about in a transitional stage where I decided that I was going to form a company, Inspirator International. And that's in 2005 that I left my work and started Inspiration International.
Wow, fantastic. I want to point out an important part that you said in talking about your journey, because I don't think that enough of us say that part. You were doing research while you were working so that you would know how to successfully navigate as an entrepreneur when you decided to go in that direction, right?
Yeah, and it was all about following the dream, you know, because you realize that you're going to a work that is not meaningful and not feeling like you're really achieving what you're here and your purpose, your desire, you know. So it's always that energy that draws you to follow your dream. And some people, they don't really leave to follow their dream; they stick to the comfort zone, you know. And following it is a very hard journey. And I'm not saying that my dream has fully come true, but it's always a working process, you know?
Thank you so much for sharing that. I think a part of a lot of times when I talk to young people that want to go out and follow their dream of whether it's performance poetry or being a musician or whatever the case may be, they don't do the research to figure out what the best path is for them to get from where they are to where they're going. And a lot of times they feel as if they failed because the pieces didn't all come together. But it sounds like you put together a plan so that you could make sure. My grandmother used to say, you have to plan for success. And if you don't plan for success, you plan to fail. And I think there is some truth in that. So how long did it take you to feel like you were comfortably situated in your dream after you left working for corporate Jamaica?
Well, it was about 2 years, like in 2007, like I started actually seeing the fruits of the journey, you know, that I went on my first tour to Canada. I went to Canada the first time in 2007 and did the International Dub Poetry Festival. And it was a very wonderful experience, you know. And then I went back in February and did the Canadian Literary Festival for youth. And I also did some workshop with Art Starts. And then I went to Trinidad and did some workshop there in Laventille and with the Youth Root Foundation. And then I went back to Canada in 2009 and then in 2010. And I stayed there for a while doing workshop with the youth and performing. So I think it took like 2 years for me to say, okay, you know what, it was a good thing. But then, you know, it's poets. They say poets pick the starving career, you know. So we as poets have to find ways to make sure that we can generate an income from poetry. So it's all about sometimes it's not like poets are not trying, you know, we try hard sometimes and we get caught up in life. But it's all about to always keep evolving, you know, like what we're doing now on this platform, you know.
Exactly. Thank you for that. Yes. Keep evolving, keep an open mind, keep planning. Sometimes the plan doesn't work out the way that you wanted it to the first time, but that doesn't mean that it's a fail and you let it go. Sometimes you have to come up with a second plan and go a different direction. It sounds like while you were in your process, you put some very tangible things in place. Obviously, you got a passport because you knew you wanted to travel. So obviously you had a passport and you had that provision in place so that when the opportunity presented itself, you could go. You know, I think that we have to be logical in the ways that we plan for our success. Good. This is good. This is good information. What advice would you give to a young poet who is just starting out writing and they see themselves being able to be you in their sometime in their life? Somebody said up here that Charlie Bobus's life is like a movie. So what advice would you give to a young poet who is looking to walk in your footsteps and do similar things and call it success? What would you advise them?
Well, I would advise them to seek their passion towards what they want to present poetry with, in terms of seeking a certain direction to be a niche in terms of, like me, I would say I would focus on inspiration. So
Mhm.
sometimes as a poet, sometimes you have to connect with a cause, or with something that is for humanity, for the betterment of the people. And once you're working for the betterment of the people and in line with the universe, it will all come in line. If it's your dream and your purpose. So it's all about not just think that poetry is somewhere that you can find glamour and glitter and the bling bling Hollywood, that fast dancehall life. It's more about emotional, philosophical thinkers, like people who go deep into the thoughts of people. So if you're looking to uplift humanity and to make a difference, it would be a good path for you.
Nice. Melanin, Jamaica, jump in. Because Melanin, you talked a little bit about that yourself in the way that you've approached poetry and being a voice for the voiceless and being an activist and an advocate. So go ahead, jump in. What are your thoughts? How would you advise a young poet that's looking to go out into the world and to do this as their work and their life's work?
Well, I don't think I can speak about it any more eloquent than what Charlie Bobas just did, because I think, as it said, he said it, you connect yourself with a cause, something
Mhm.
bigger than you. Because we are social beings, and as long as you realize that there's a cause out there that you're passionate about, that as long as you are a part of it, you realize that how beneficial it would be for humanity. I don't think the advice can be more than that. I mean, because
Mhm.
as long as that's the inspiration and that's the drive, you will do what you need to do as a poet. So
Beautiful,
I don't think it can be better than that. So big thanks to all of us.
beautiful, beautiful. Sister Jamaica, your thoughts?
Uh,
You're muted,
I
dear.
think,
Okay.
actually, I know poetry found me. Words found me. I didn't find it. So I'm going to share a piece. You asked Melanin earlier if he had pieces that he had written years ago that were still relevant. This poem I wrote in 1998, just to age me a little bit. 1998, at the bequest of Darwin St. Aubin. We were going through a time where we started to see a lot more police brutality in the West Indian population in the Hartford region, Connecticut. And, there were some police that were one in particular, his name is Franklin Reed. I remember him because he was Jamaican, and I just felt a kinship with him, to him. Franklin was going somewhere with his girlfriend, got pulled over. Police pulled him out of the car, had him on his knees.
Mm.
They still put the gun up to the back of his neck, pressed it up onto his neck, onto the back of his skull, and pressed and pulled the trigger. So that's when I really thought to myself that, whoa, something is amiss here, something not going here, and I started to feel a little bit depressed. And Darwood said to me, "You're right. So write about it."
Mm.
And this is what came out. So I wouldn't necessarily say I am an just an activist. I get downloads and I turn them into something to give back to the people. you
Okay.
know. So this one is called Black Boots. Just cause they're black, they're young, they want to have some fun, you want to take their freedom. You shoot them when they run, then you plant your weapon when you don't find none. Sometimes you don't find none. Because just cause they're black, they're young, they want to have some fun, you want to take them down. You shoot them when they run, then you plant your weapon when you don't find none. Sometimes you don't find none. Black boots, walk your cocky walk. You left, right, you left, right, you left, right, ready to fight. Man, you're always ready to fight. Erect and rigid, cold and frigid, you're exposed to me your gun side. Nah, man, that you never hide. And then you turn around, exposed to me your nightstick side, but never the human side. So, full of pride, you stride as if you're ready to enter the battlefield. And man, I'm for real, but you don't even feel. And black boots is just because you don't know your roots, black boots. It's just because you don't know your roots, black boots. It's just because you don't have no roots. Because just
Mm.
because they're black, they're young, they want to have some fun. You want to take them, they take their freedom. You shoot them when they run, then you plant your weapon when you don't find none. Sometimes you don't find none. Because just because they're black, they're young, they want to have some fun. You want to take them down. You shoot them when they run. Then you plant your weapon when you don't find none. More time, you don't find none. Black boots, walk your oppressive walk. You stomp, stomp, you stomp, stomp, you stomp, stomp. I bet you even think you talk the talk. Automatic and robotic, extremely chaotic. To you, it may be even erotic, breeding fear and promoting violence with your presence. But Black Boots, this is nonsense because you're trying to mess with our essence. And Black Boots is just because you don't know your roots, Black Boots. It's just because you don't know your roots, Black Boots. It's just because you ain't got no roots. And just because they're black, they're young, they want to have some fun, you want to take their freedom. You shoot them when they run, then you plant your weapon when you don't find none. Sometimes you don't find none. Because just because they're black, they're young, they want to have some fun, you want to take them down. You shoot them when they run, then you plant your weapon when you don't find none. More time, you don't find none. Black Boots, it goes on, but that's my share. So I
Wow.
feel like it's very, very relevant. You know, it hasn't changed. Actually, it's gotten worse. It's gotten to the place where, they just do it because, we can do this. We can get away with it. And you guys are just going to chant and sing, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Wow.
happy.
Thank you for sharing that. 2 decades
Thank you.
later, that is still so relevant and happens much too often. Much, much too
Right.
often. The one thing that I think is positive in this day and age, 22 years later, while it is still happening, now we have social media where the whole world can see it. Because
Hmm.
then the only people that saw it and knew about it were the people that were there. And by the time the rest of the world heard about it through whatever story the media decided to spin, it may or may not be the truth about what happened. But
Mm.
now you get to see what happened, when it happened, and then we get to see just how unjust the justice system is. Because if I'm looking at the same information you're looking at, how did you make that decision? So thank you for sharing that piece. It is
Thank you.
very relevant. Sadly, it is very relevant. Yeah.
Thank you.
So Charlie Bulbus, with you being an inspirer, you said you'd like to be an inspirator. That's one of the ways you want to be remembered. How do you manage to maintain that in a world that is so heavy so often for people that look like us? We need inspiration so badly. How do you manage to maintain inspiring the world while carrying the weight of being Black in the diaspora in this world?
Yeah, it's a very hard journey, because even growing up in the inner city, people highlight the artists that speak about the bling bling and the guns and the sex and the culture. So in terms of reaching to the youths, it's more difficult to get the message to the youth. So it's
Mhm.
all about going on the ground and talking to the youths, going in the schools and going in the community and organizing my little community group and being on the ground, walking and selling my CDs and spreading the message hand to hand, because sometimes it's not all about the international media. It's more about reaching one individual who can touch a heart, because like you'd have a message and someone would come up to you and say, I that song and I was so angry and I was feeling so frustrated and your poem really feel better in myself when I listen to the words. So it's all about getting to the people, maintaining
Mm.
a trying to be on the ground, you know?
That's good. That's good. So give me, I'm going to try and type it in the comments. Give me some ways that the people can find you nowadays. Since you're an inspirer, we want to make sure they know how to get to the inspiration. How can the people find you if they're looking to find you, Charlie?
Well, you can go and link me up on WhatsApp, or you can link me through 1-876-499-8982.
Okay.
On Facebook, it's Charlie Bobus, Bobus, and Instagram, it's Charlie Bobus. So all of the social media handles, and on YouTube, it's Inspirator International Charlie Bobus.
Inspirator International Charlie Bobus.
Yes, I need.
Right, I'm gonna try and put this in the comments in one moment, but I think it's very important that when we have people who are on a mission such as yours, who state, I'm here to inspire the world, I'm here to teach, I'm here to be present for the world and present for these communities, I'm here to offer hope, I'm here to talk about liberation. When we have people that say those things, I think it's important to make sure that we tell the world how they can stay connected to those people, because I think those people are too few and far between, to be very honest. So give us another inspirator piece. I'm gonna get this information cleaned up and posted in the comments. Give us another wonderful poem.
Okay, this poem is called Use Your Experience. Use your experience and get stronger. Don't sit around in regret any longer. Be careful how you use your anger. Let not the pain make you bitter, just better. Use your experience and get stronger. Don't sit around in regret any longer. Be careful how you use your anger. Let not the pain make you bitter, just better. Do you feel like poets get in a fight? Yet you know, say, we doing right. Is someone trying to hold you down for spite? Yet you know, say, you doing right. Well, the Almighty put your purpose in sight. Then He will give you the strength and the might. You'll have to learn from a drop or a flight. And remember, success not come overnight. Use your experience and get stronger. Don't sit around in regret any longer. Be careful how you use your anger. Let not the pain make you bitter, just better. System set away some time. Make you feel they have to go do crime. Living their dreams and true purpose behind persistence. But still them can't find exploitation. Them no see the sign. Seek in your heart. Follow your own mind. Do what you love and get rewards in time. Use your experience and get stronger. Don't sit around in regret any longer. Be careful how you use your anger. Let not the pain make you bitter, just better. Have you ever made a mistake? Remember, failure a natural part of success. You have to make mistake before you learn to do your best. Who no make mistake, no try nothing new yet. Mostly live them whole life in regret. Aim low, reach it. Success them forget. Limit not yourself, just work and go and sweat. The seeds that you sow, what grow you will get. And the rain a go fall till life circle wet. Use your experience and get stronger. Don't sit around in regret any longer. Be careful how you use your anger. Let not the pain make you bitter, just better. Use your experience. Charlie Bobus, I tell them.
Sure.
Use your experience.
Bubbles. Yo.
I was supposed to be hosting. I had my mic off and I'm jamming. I almost forgot I'm supposed to be hosting. Thank you. Your energy is incredible. Your energy is off the charts. I love it. I absolutely love it. You have any performances coming up anytime soon?
Well, they're working on some dates still, but not not to be announced at the moment.
Okay, and where can people keep up? Where will you have that information shared on all of those social media outlets that I just posted?
Yes, you can actually find it on my Instagram, Charlie Bubbles, and on my Facebook. It will all be soon
Okay,
shared.
perfect. Okay, so it is 5:41. 2 hours goes by quickly when you're having a good time. I want to
That,
do another round of poetry. If we do one more round, then that should bring us just about to the top of the hour. So, Melanin, let's start with you. Go on ahead and give us some beautiful words of wisdom so that we can get ready and wrap up this time for our people that are watching. Don't forget to unmute yourself. You're still muted. Okay, he's getting situated. He's going back out into the sunshine. Wonderful.
Yeah, man, greetings, because the computer running down, I have to go because I'm far from the connection. So
Okay, got it.
yes, so this one is called Answer to Your Calling. Charlie Babos, I love a poem them, Really love a poem them, Yeah, man. This one is called Answer to Your Calling. I wrote this one 2017, I've got to complete law school. Finished what I've started. At this stage and age, this wasn't what I wanted. Owing rent, owing friends, don't have a proper ends. But I am not disappointed. When I evaluate the cause and effects compounded by the defects that surround my life, the ultimate was not meant to be it. In these tough times, I give thanks for true tough friends. Aisha, a rockstone. Zigga, a king. Black woman, I'm a queen. It's like I've got to stop working, as I am not, as I am just not getting what I am wanting. Enough time if I never say man a Rasta man, and me no want bring down shame for my parents them. More just mastermind some big criminal thing. Cause me no want no, cause me no in no petty thing. And more no commands and Argostown youths them a say, go and hold it king. So me a go and do my thing. I may step up my writing. I know at date, and my mother tell me say I can't sing. Sorry there, because, wow. Sorry folks, because the battery is running low. I have some problem here with the computer. I feel like me I want to start over. Sorry about that.
Okay, no problem. Go right ahead.
Battery I run low. Them say 7 minutes. Let me run this in 3 minutes and go.
Tell you what, why don't you come up and we'll let Jamaica and Charlie Bobas give us something, and then you can close out the time. How about that?
Yeah, that would do.
And stay online. Yeah. Go ahead and do that.
Yeah, man, because the computer I need to plug in.
No problem. We got to work with the technology or it won't work for us.
You want to go, Charlie? You want to go first?
No, you can go, Empress. Bless you.
All right. So my poetries are, most of them are called pongs, and this one is called Through the Fire. All right. Now through the fire I came, and through the fire, and I'm not ashamed. And through the fire I came, he lit up the match, and I was all aflame. I almost gave up on true love once, till just sent tied to the bingy I a chance. He said he had a blessing waiting there for me. Told me to find the true Aya Bingy. Told me to find the fireman, the most shining star out of the whole clan. And fire gave me the fire baptism. And now he is all that I chant for. Now through the fire I came, and through the fire, and I'm not ashamed. Through the fire I came, he lit up the match, and I was all aflame. Through the fire I came, and through the fire, and I'm not ashamed. And through the fire I came, he lit up the match, and I was all aflame. So light up your fire, fireman. Keep it burning our lives long. I shine and I glisten and I glow. A royal example for others to follow. I am a faithful daughter of the Most High. By Rasta side I will abide. We on a conscious ride, taking life in stride, and we trotting on up high. We're living warm and easy, the breezes appease me. But some would I rather say him leave me. But to him, just him just like leave me. Believe me, to him, just him just like leave me. Cause through the fire I came. Through the fire. Listen.
I love it. I always want to sing with you when you do your songs.
We have to do some collabs. Like you can sing and
Me
I can do
too.
the speaking poem part. You know, I
We
can
can
do
go
the
back and
speaking
forth.
and you can do the
Sing,
speak.
I speak, I sing, you speak.
You're
We can go back and forth. Let's work on that.
okay.
That,
Yeah,
that
That's
was
a part of the
beautiful.
project.
Yes, that was
Thank you.
beautiful.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, my sister. Okay, now to the
Thank you.
energy. Charlie Bobas, give us another wonderful piece, please.
all right. You don't know, so this is a time when a lot of people going through them lockdown, and a lot of us is knowing so them not even can do what they want to do, but my message is just keep on trying, never give up. So this one is go on trod, just go on trod. Yeah, the righteousness of the righteous shall lead us all right, and the wickedness of the wicked shall let him fall. Go on trod, just go on trod. Just go on trod, even though nothing nah go on. Go on trod, even though you're going through a storm. Go on trod, even though the hill look high. The Most High, the Almighty One, I guide you and I. Go on trod, even though nothing nah go on. Go on trod, even though you're going through a storm. Go on trod, even though the hill look high. The Most High, the Almighty One, I guide you and I. Fights, plights, I never write in some odd mind people are some hypocrite sites. Me know who a guide over day and night. Me know who a try all we don't for spite. Me know myself and me do things different. In this world me be myself, isn't that apparent? Go on trad, you will own your own apartment. Go on trad, one day you will stop pay rent. Go on trad, even though nothing nah go on. Go on trad, even though you're going through a storm. Go on trad, even though the hill look high. The Most High, the Almighty One, I guide you and I. Up in the hill, no vibes me bill. Me sit down pan a rock a hole a med the still. Me think about the robbing, looting and killing. Me see say who I do with them, I do with willing. From the Almighty Father, me see them drifting. Go on trad, don't become a victim. Go on trad, watch out for them system. Go on trad, just go on trad, even though nothing nah go on. Go on trad, even though you're going through a storm. Go on trad, even though the hill look high. The Most High, the Almighty One, I guide you and I. Youth, you know for all our vibes. Youth man get wise and try to realize. Ja, you and I, you not go see me in the sky. Baby, ma get up and go and try. Looking at yourself and see the Most High, the one who create the earth and you and I, the fish, the tree and everything in the sky. Go and trod and hold your head high. Go and trod, that means to go and try. Go on trod, even though nothing nah go on. Go on trod, even though you're going through a storm. Go on trod, even though the hill look high. The Most High, the Almighty One, I guide you and I. Go on trod, just go on trod. A Rasta, no, I love we are spread. Rasta, no, them want to see me dead. Rasta, no, them aim for me head. Think we would have mad after the traps and all they said. One mission for reggae dub poetry or roots rock. Them looking for the message of love from jam rock. Philosophical ideas to maneuver the roadblock in time of desperation. Listening lovers rock. Songs from childhood makes memories comes forth. Garnet Silk and Sizzler, their songs bring comfort. Wanted Buju free. Now we look towards his concert. Love not living in prison, building their own fort. Rasta, no, I love we are spread. Rasta, no, them want to say we're dead. Rasta, no, them aim at our head. Think we would them adapt the traps and all they said. Not fashion, pretend or fake Rasta. That's a decision to make. Watch for imposter Rasta. Remember when in school them never accept Rasta. Watch the food we eat.
Mac and J Rasta, we spread positivity so they want to block we. Wish they could take away the legacy of Marley. Can't erase the philosophies of Marcus Garvey. Them can't stop so much from ailing Selassie. Rasta, no, I love we are spread. Rasta, no, them want to say we're dead. Rasta, no, them aim at our head. Think we would have mad after the traps and all they said. Rasta, no, I love we are spread. Rasta, no, them aim at my head. Rasta, no, them want to say me dead. Rasta, no, a Charlie Bobbers.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This has been so good. So we have 8 minutes left. Melanin, our fearless leader. Unmute. There you go. Our fearless leader. What do you have to close us out for the day, sir?
Yes, a very short poem. It's called Go Ahead. Because as you know, Melanin is available almost every week, you know? So I will have more time to read more poems and so forth. So this one is called Go Ahead. Go ahead, challenge yourself. Be the best, interact with the best, and challenge the best. Be number one and nothing less. There is nothing to lose but much to gain. Be fearless until breathless. Go ahead, be master of yourself. Better the best of yesterday's self. Love yourself, respect yourself. There exists no thing or no one under the sun or under the earth like you. No person is above, below, or better than you. You are special, it's true. Wealth, health, happiness, intelligence, all life blessings are meant for you. Go ahead. The world is waiting on you. You've got work to do. Do what must be done for you. Some will talk against, criticize, and want to distract you, but stay focused. They would do the same if you did not do. Go ahead.
Beautiful. I don't know about anybody else, but I felt like he was talking just at me.
Nice. Just you. It's your message.
I receive
Thank
all
you,
of
Melanin.
that. Yes, I receive all of that. I hope everybody else that's watching receives all of that beautiful energy as well. This has been good. The vibe has been fantastic. We had trouble with the internet, but we give the internet trouble right back because we stayed right here. Thank you so much for all three of you for being here. Thank you to Mesmore for kept trying to come back. She wasn't able to, but I think we're going to try and give her a few minutes in next week for her to be able to share some things that she had planned on sharing today. We have all kinds of people giving us comments. We've got Veraldo Barnett. We've got Yilmi Williams. We've got Mayaya, Mama Yaya, blessings. So this has been a wonderful experience. Again, for everybody that has been watching, this is Life Circle Poets Poetry Sundays. We will be here every Sunday from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Jamaica time, from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the United States. And we just want to extend our love. If you are a poet who would like to have an opportunity to share your work on this platform, please go to our Facebook page, which is www.facebook.com/Life Circle Poets. I'm going to go ahead and type that and post it up here again so that you will have it. Please go to our Facebook page and send us a message letting us know who you are and the work that you do. I see we've got greetings from the UK, Khadija Ibrahim. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Thank you, thank you. Feel free to share this video, love this video, like this video. Let everybody know that we are here. We are Life Circle Poets. She said, Charlie Boba's nice one. Yes, yes, Charlie Boba's energy is off the charts. We appreciate him being here today so much. Does anybody
can I interject?
Just say, go ahead.
I was going to interject really quickly.
Absolutely.
Can you please give us a preview of who's gonna be on next week, and also like a closing poem, just so we can also, relish in your beautiful gift.
Sure, I can do
Yeah,
that.
I will
So
hear you
for
perform.
next week, we have lined up Barrington. Barrington is going to be performing next week. We have Lioness Sheeta. She'll be with us performing next week. We have Lyrics. He'll be with us performing next week.
Alright.
Melanin is always here. I believe Melanin will be your host next week.
Yes.
We will have, hopefully we'll have some people reach out to us that are going to want to present their work on this platform as well. And of course, we're going to give Mesmore Farai an opportunity to share some work that she wasn't able to share this week. Thank you so much, Viraldo. The energy that I get from the poets is the energy that pulls all of us in this. So I can't be a good host if the poets don't show up and are fully present. So thank you again to everybody. I'm going to read a poem since my sister put me on the spot and requested that. I'm going to read a
Yeah,
poem. Let me
I
see.
never heard you perform. Looking forward.
Okay. So I'm going to read a poem called The Mamas Speak. I was born with a storm in my eyes. Being seen is still being heard when eyes are articulate with heart's passion. This world will steal and still your words, leaving but the tempest in your eyes as an answer to the ones who pray. I understood early. Strong Black women are not born, they are formed. I was raised seeing women who conjured up winds and rain at their will, who could not, would not be silenced or silent. They understood the language of this nation's isms and challenged it consistently in mixed company, standing firmly by the belief an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. I used to imagine that their cabinets full of knickknacks were the remnants of those who misbehaved, ones who acted like nothing but the devil, as my aunt used to proclaim. Turning the other cheek was not their practice, unless they were angling to lay hold to their gun or stilling the air for the swing of their backhand. These women, mighty women of steel and heart and brick and soul and mortar and broken and concrete, brick houses built from pain, hard truth and trauma, their actions taught me more than their words. Structured impenetrable fortresses in wide open spaces, they instructed me that I should always answer to my name, not my color, not my gender, not my circumstance. If you stand still long enough and listen to the unspoken expectations of those who call you sister, mother, friend, you'll be reminded Black women are often only considered as sturdy as the steel that seeps into the smile in their eyes, as formidable as the sting in their words, as competent as their ability, their agility in becoming oppressor while remaining oppressed. Remember, keep your ills in a vault, locked away in your womb. Not many have the key to gain access to that sacred place. And betrayal, when gendered in nature, is less anomaly, more preferred. I was born with a slow-moving tornado in my eyes. Maybe one day, when you've exhausted the words you've designed to speak for me, you will look into the eye of the storm and see I was made strong, Black, woman, and my heart was made broken for you. Peace and blessings to everybody here.
Wow.
Peace and blessings. It is 6 o'clock, y'all. We wrote it all the way to the top of the hour. I almost don't want to say goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Thank you
Blessings.
so much.
Blessings to Jamaica. Charlie Bobus, we will be in communication again soon, I hope. Blessings to you and your wonderful energy in this world. Melanin.
Thank you, Melanin. You're amazing.
Yes,
Thank you for the insight and the vision.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. There.
All right. Charlie, you're muted. If you want to unmute yourself and say something to the people right quick before we get offline. Okay. Oh, I think he wound up getting kicked offline, but it's okay. Thank you so much, El Milan. Thank you. You've been here for over an hour. Thank you so much for being here, Ras Manga,
Yeah,
Khadija, Ibrahim, Geraldo, Barnett, all of the people that are out here. Sister Marcia Elliott, you were here. Thank you so much. And everybody, go to Life Circle Poets Facebook page and make sure that you like and love and share the page so that you can keep track of what we're doing. You will see more of us. Peace and blessings. Have a good day. Have a good night. Peace, y'all. I'm going to cut it off now.
blessings.
Blessings. Love you all.